All right. So what drives you as far as what you do? What motivates you?
Um, well, what motivates me is knowing that I am stepping into a role and being representation that I didn't have when I was younger. So real estate is heavily dominated by men, and even more so back 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel that, I can be the face of this lane for me in my area. And some young girls will be able to look at me and say, well, she's doing it. She's from where I'm from, or, she's not so far out of reach and relatable. And
Mm-hmm.
she looks like me. So
Hmm.
representation, that's what motivates me.
Okay, most definitely. So let's stick on that topic. So as far as you, obviously a black woman tapping into this space dominated by men, when you go into it, do you feel like not like I don't know if insecure is a word. Do you feel insecure or cautious as you're going about it? Is it like pressure to be like, oh, I gotta form because these women are coming after me? Like, what does that feel like? I'm not a woman, so I just want to kind of get that perspective. I hope they know I'm not a woman, but yeah, go ahead, continue. Go ahead, go ahead, bro.
So the only thing that I'm cautious about is making sure I'm doing everything with integrity. So
Okay, cool.
that's huge. Being a woman in a male dominated industry, you want to move with integrity, and knowing that there are women coming behind me. The way you pave the way is means everything. So if there are people
Mhm,
coming behind me to do the same thing that I've done, I want to make sure that it's easier for them than
mhm.
it is. Mhm.
Okay, definitely. So integrity is important. You're in Atlanta. There's a lot of scamming out there, so I definitely love that you can remain yourself and keep the integrity. Okay, so I mean, what's next for Anita? Are you going to continue? Are you going to? I don't know if it's too early to ask. Are you planning on doing more 2-day trainings, or is it case by case?
Absolutely. So more
Okay.
two-day trainings are on the way. As I continue to build, I'm gonna continue to pave the way. I definitely want to get some commercial properties. That's what I'm looking for next.
Hmm.
Um, Looking to build. So I'm looking for land in Florida actually to build on. And I want to get that land from the tax sale and do new construction. So
Okay. Why
I am
Florida?
well, Florida seems to be the only area that seems to be not affected by the real estate market. So every time the market goes down or everything happens, um, Florida is just still there, even though it gets flooded every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, thousands of people retire and move to Florida. So housing is always a big market down there,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seems like a great investment.
Mm. I know they don't got state income tax. I don't know if that also plays into it, but okay. You were saying something else as well, or
Um,
you say you want to tap into Florida, and then I was just curious. I said, why Florida? I was
well,
basically just asking what's next. What are the next big things that Big Nita gonna do?
so crazy. Um, um, more so more of the more of the 2-day trainings
Okay,
as I build my rental portfolio in Cleveland, um, and then new construction. So that's those are the things I'm working on. So that's what's next. New construction. That's huge.
definitely. Big Nita, big things. So you're gonna do all that? Okay, so you got the tell it all. I forgot the ebook.
Tax sale tell all.
Tax sale tell all, man. I was close. So tax sale tell all. Make sure y'all go and grab that. You're definitely gonna get more information. I learned a little bit a lot about these taxes and stuff. So there's gonna be more information in there. Is there an audiobook or any attachments to it? Anything else?
No, no.
Okay, so y'all gonna have to read. I know some of y'all don't like to read, but you're gonna have to read, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get that. Make sure y'all tap into the 2 day training. Is there like a certain question that people don't ask you that you want to talk about? I usually like asking people that because I don't know how many interviews you be doing, but just kind of curious.
I'll say that there's not a question that people don't ask me, but the main question they do ask me is what is the major risk behind purchasing from the tax sales? And tax sales, when you win a house at the auction, you don't get a regular deed. You don't get a warranty deed. You get what's called a sheriff's deed or a tax sale deed.
Okay.
And those may or may not still have other liens attached to them. So generally, a tax sale should clear the liens that are associated with the property, whether they're mechanical, code violations, or mortgage liens, but a lot of times they don't. So that is a huge risk that can be associated with. That's why due diligence is huge, and that can be dependent on the county that you're bidding in. So,
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, you just got to do your due diligence. I didn't know what I was going to title the episode. We might call it due diligence. Do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to do our due diligence, patience, consistency. And I mean, it sounds like universal principles I've been hearing. I know you've been consistent with like the gym and stuff. Do you think like that resonates kind of with how you've been consistent in the tax stuff, or there's no correlation?
no, absolutely. There's a lot of correlation. So
Okay.
being in the gym, just being healthy, but being in the gym, I pretty much go to the gym almost every day, at least 5 to 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps with routine. So I'm looking at auctions at least 2 to 3 times a week on a routine basis. So the gym is just one of those things you got to get out the way first thing in the morning, get you ready for your day. Nothing.
What if you go after like after work or something? How do you feel about those type of people? What if they're busy?
No, the gym comes before everything. 4 o'clock a.m., 5 o'clock a.m., 6 o'clock a.m., 8 o'clock at the latest. That's just how I operate.
So y'all agree. Okay. Okay, dope, dope, dope. Okay, can you tell the people where you can find you, Anita? We appreciate the sauce. Appreciate your experiences. Appreciate everything. Where can they
Yeah,
find you?
so you can find me on Instagram at Yes Nita, YAITSNITA. Same on TikTok. And you can find me on Facebook, Shanita Hester. And those three. You find everything you need to know about me from those three right there.
Okay, perfect. Is there one where you're on the most, or you're
Yeah,
like everywhere pretty much?
Instagram for sure. Every day. Catch me on live.
Okay. You know on YouTube?
Not on YouTube yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm
Maybe
sorry. You got the
soon by
two
the
day
time.
training. You got the 2 day. You got to start walking people through all that day in the life, all that. But yeah, with that being said, y'all have a blessed one. Appreciate you. Appreciate your experience. Y'all have a blessed one.